Samba Time is Trinity's B piece. Have a look at the notes on page 6. It just talks about 5 strokes and buzzers. These are 5 strokes. And you can see that there's a quaver, or an 8th note, with 2 dashes across it, which means a quaver is 1, with 1 dash equals times 2, so that's 2. And another dash, which you see there, is times 2 again, so that's 4. So that's actually 4 strokes there, plus that next one on the floor is your 5-stroke roll. Boom, 5 5 5 5 stroke, snare, snare, tom, snare, tom, snare, tom, and then you got 2 and then 4. 1 and E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 and snare, snare a snare a floor, snare, snare, tom 1 snare, 1 snare, 1 2 floor, and that happens here and again for a total of 4 times. And then you got this bar, which is 1 snare, 1 snare, and also a feature of this whole song, except for the last bar, is a bass on 1 2 3 4, and that hats on with your left foot on the ands, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and the whole piece, everything except for this. So you got 1 snare, 2 2 snare, 1 snare, 1 snare, 2 2 snare, 2 snare. Then this bar is the same as that. Carry on for another time here, and these 2 bars here, bar 5 and bar 6, repeat again. That's what that means. Going on to this bar, the arrowheads mean a big strong accent. 1 E and D, floor, snare, 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 floor, snare, and then the Z means buzz it. So that means you would throw in 2 more strokes there, so floor, snare, buzzer, buzzer, and I'll show you how that works in the demonstration. Repeat that bar again for another 3 times. So in total 4 times, that's what the 4 means. You do that bar 4 times. And then you do this bar, which is tom 1, 2, snare, 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 floor, snare, snare, snare. And they're all snares, that's a floor tom in the 2nd space. Tom 2 sneaks in on the 2, when you say 2, and that division sign means repeat that once, and then you do this bar, which is the same as that bar, and they rewrite the bar here as well. Dots mean you repeat all of that, and that, those 4 bars again. Then you've got this bar, which got that Z again, which means buzz, buzzer, buzzer, and then 2 E and a 3 E and a 4, and is the same as 2 E and a 3 E and a 4, and then that bar repeats again. So buzzer, buzzer, floor, snare, snare, 1 snare, 1 snare, 1 2 floor, and then you got ride, snare, floor, snare, ride 1, as in tom 1, ride 1, floor, snare, 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 repeat for a total of another plus 3. So you got once, the 2, the 3, the 4, then this bar. If you keep your basses on 1 2 3 4 and your hats on and, it becomes 1 triplet and triplet 2 and D, bass E and 4 and. You just got to follow that. So when you hit the hat here, you got 2 snare floors for the and D, and then you got bass when you say 3 E and. So there's a whole quaver space taken up there, space and time being kind of equal in music. Then you got 4 and then you got this bar, buzzer, buzzer, snare, 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 bass, snare, 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 snare 4 bass, snare 4 hat. Repeat that bar again. Almost the same as this bar here is this, except you're doing another ride symbol in the 4 E and a section. Instead of saying floor, snare, 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 you got floor, snare, ride, snare, big wackety accent on the E, 4 E and D. Repeat for and then this bar is the same. So they could have written a repeat there. So that's the same as that bar. Then you got snare, 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 snare 4, and D, snare, 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 snare 4, bass, snare 4, and that bar's the same. Could have written a repeat there. Then you got the outro bar, nicely done. 1 E, E2, and 3 E, E. I say something stupid like, Johnny likes chocolate, I like cheese. Ba 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 ba. 1 E, E2, and 3, and D, and this is how it works.